Sure, so Peter Wright's my name from Bass Metals. We've got an operating mine in Madagascar we've just recommissioned. In addition to that, we have a series of pretty exciting exploration projects in Madagascar. As I said, we've just recommissioned our plant. It's 6,000 tonnes per annum. It's 100% owned, debt-free, so it's a pretty exciting platform for us to sort of launch our broader growth ambitions with the company. Well, look, I suppose for a company of our size, we're a little bit different service offering. We've got an operating asset. It's 100% owned. It's debt-free. It has offtake. When we bought the asset, in fairness to the previous owners, it wasn't as buoyant a market for funding assets from equity capital. We thought it was a good asset. It just needed a fresh set of eyes, significant capital injection. So 2.5 years down the track, we've just recommissioned, post a significant overhaul. It's really a platform for the company to launch its broader ambitions. So we want to go to 20,000 tonnes there of large flake graphite. In addition to that, do an expandable product. The unfolding fundamental picture for expandable graphite is quite compelling. We have other graphite tenements in immediate proximity to the processing facility, which we're quite keen to appraise. I suppose most topical at the moment for us is we have a very good lithium project just south of the capital, which we're getting 5, 6, 7%, dozens of outcropping mineralised pegmatites. So this is reasonably uncommon for a surface signature for a hard rock lithium project. So we're very keen, and we'll be drilling that in the second half of the year. I think the big one was recommissioning stage 1, which we're in the process of doing now. Getting to 100% ownership of the asset, as I said, we viewed it as very undervalued. We view it as very undervalued now. Some of the staff appointments have been good, which we've been happy with. We've appointed very good corporate advisors in Australia. Bizzle Capital and Morgans was a company of our size. To have those sorts of advisors reasonably uncommon. The offtake agreement into Germany was a big step for us. I think more than anything, we made a decision that we wanted to fund it from equity capital. We didn't want any of those nasty hooks on debt pieces where you start losing significant chunks of your project with any setback, and then you're applying an increasingly small share of your project to an increasingly big problem, which is your debt piece. So we avoided that. So being able to fund that via equity was reasonably arduous, but I think in the end a very good process to have gone through. Team. We've got Rick Anthon's our chairman. He's commercial director at Orocobre. They're a $2 billion listed lithium producer in Australia, or assets in Argentina. Myself spent a lot of time with Altura Mining, very successful lithium company in Australia. Spent the other half of my time as executive director at Bizzle Capital Partners in Brisbane, a corporate advisor in funds management. We're very lucky to get Tim McManus. Tim had the right credentials, would be the right personality to go into an environment like Madagascar. It's not like operating in Australia or England or Hong Kong. There's various sort of cultural sensitivities that you have to be aware of. So I think getting Tim and David Round, our CFO, were really key appointments, and we all work together extremely well. So that's the key staff. We've been very lucky to work with the Madagascans as well. They're a very resourceful, industrious people. They're generally trilingual, well educated. So to be able to source skilled staff who are fantastic to work with in country has been a big thing for us. And we have everything from metallurgists to process engineers to geologists, which we source in country from the Malagasy. I think the key message for us is we're a unique service offering, that we have a 100% owned asset which is producing cash flow. We have zero debt. We have offtake. It's really the end of the beginning for Bass. So we've established stage 1, but we have much broader ambitions for the company to get to 20,000 tonnes large flake graphite production, to do an expandable graphite product, to drill out the lithium and hopefully get a resource. So whilst we've made good progress to date and we've delivered on everything we said we would do, It really just sets a platform for us to really grow the company now, which we're looking forward to do. We trade at a big discount to a lot of our peers who have buried rocks and not much more. So we haven't done a lot of market engagement over the last couple of years. We're really only engaging the market now that it's built. I think we're a very reasonable proposition.
And then just finally, how have you found one-to-one mining investors?
Fantastic. We've had a great day today. It's our first time up here. So we've been very impressed with the calibre of meetings that we've had and the quantum of them as well. It's been really good. So we hadn't sort of used this format at all before. As I said, we haven't done a lot of market engagement. We've worked with Alex for the last few months and it's been a really good process, so we're extremely happy.